Dímelo, mi gente. What up? It's your boy Gus from GusVillaJewelry.com. This is episode number 43. Shout out to the Strong 16.
What's up, Strong 16?
Who has now found this channel.
They found it.
They found it.
They found it.
It's been a struggle since they found it, but now you guys have been signed. And you know, we hit the reset button, and we now know who really F's
Rides
with us.
We know who the Strong 16
Really,
is.
because before we used to get 400 or 500 views. Now we're down to like 40 or 50 views. And this is really the people who looked for us, who were like, oh, hold on, let me actually look to see who these guys are. I followed them before. Now I looked them up, and now I am back. So one big shout out to Strong 16. Let's go.
Shout out Strong 16.
To my left, you guys already know Strong 16. I'm not introducing anybody new. I'm introducing to the same guy who's been the rock of this podcast. He's once again fresh off the 11 Performance, which is the biggest club in Miami. If you guys are in the Miami area, hit him up on DM. Find out where he is on a Saturday. Go show him love. I know that we say it, but you guys have to do it. If you really are Strong 16, you're pulling up. It's my brother from another mother. It's DJ Mello.
Let's go.
What's my Instagram name?
It's at DJ the Mello the DJ.
At DJ Mello the DJ.
Hey, Mello the DJ. Can you bring up I don't know if it's my headphones. Probably my headphones. Probably have my headphones.
He has no snare.
He has no
I
snare.
have no snare in my headphones.
How about
Reference?
Come on, 8 Mile.
that? Come on.
Well, not really 8 Mile.
Yeah.
How's that work?
No, it's not 8 Mile.
Actually,
what am I saying?
I think I'm I'm number 2. So if you could bring up number 2.
Number 2.
Number
there.
2. All right, that's a little too loud. Jesus.
Oh, now that's a little too
Yeah,
loud.
no, it's good. All right. Anyway, we're good. And then, of course, we have the guy who holds this thing together. He's glue. Crazy glue. I don't know why you're doing the lesbian.
I would eat his ass.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, he is back. As always, he is. He never fails us. We are more better.
We're more
because
better.
he is.
We're more better.
Mo better blues.
Yeah, because he is here. Shout out the one and only. You guys already know the deal. It's not Jerry. Shout out Jerry Hive. It's Gallo the producer.
Gallo the producer.
I'm here, baby. We're here.
And
Strong 16.
honestly, the Jerry Hive, you guys make me sick.
You make me
Sick.
sick.
I
Honestly.
don't get it.
You
It's-
guys make me
You
sick.
make me sick.
And when we say Jerry Hive, it's literally like
There's
one guy.
one guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know who
You're
this
a
guy
disgusting
is.
It's
But like,
weird, and I hate
it's
him.
weird. I don't
but
like
if you're
it.
Strong 16, I still hate you because you encourage Jerry's behavior and you're enabling him.
You're enabling him.
He's
You're
like
an enabler.
he's like your crackhead brother who came back from rehab.
And you give him more crack.
Yeah.
Off rip.
off rip.
Like, welcome home. Here's crack.
here.
Yeah, because there's no one that relishes more in the Jerry Hive than Jerry.
Then Jerry. Was the ticas.
Yeah.
Shout out to his tetigas.
Shout out to his Jerry has man boobs, and that's
He
what we're
has
referring to.
Superman boobs.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has the G word, gyno, whatever. He has that. I don't know why.
It's a condition.
It's a condition.
Well, you already know if this is new, we're going to tell you because you don't already know. If you just found this podcast, this is a 1-hour podcast with 5 trending topics. We have a 10-minute timer on each one of the topics. A lot of times they're trending. Sometimes we just go off the cuff. But let's just kick things right off. Yeah. Let's go into topic number 1.
Topic number 1. So, like, guys, I wanted to go into politics with you guys, but
Let's politicking.
No, but we discussed prior to we had a little pre-show and said, you know what, we're not going to do that. So
right,
but we're doing it anyways.
We're not going to get into the politics. Maybe later, but but for
we
right
kind of
now,
have to.
But for right now, we're not going to.
Okay.
So I'm going to start off with Australia.
What's going on in Australia?
I know. You might be saying G the P.
G the P.
Where are we going
Like,
with this?
we just elected President Trump to be the 47th president of the United States of America.
Come on
Shouldn't
now.
you guys be talking about that? No, we are not going to be
We're
talking about that.
Australia.
We're going to be
instead.
talking about Australia. So Australia is back in the news, guys.
Go on.
A couple things. You guys remember Raygun?
Of course.
Yeah.
We spoke
of
about
course.
Raygun.
Legendary Olympic
legendary
breakdancer.
Olympic breakdancer.
I thought it was the Call of Duty treasure box ultimate gun that
we're going to do that joke again?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
She was a man the whole time.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Point for Mello.
We'll
by
get
the
to
way.
that. Point Mellow.
Yeah.
Raygun quits competitive breakdancing after a performance mocked at the Paris Olympics.
No way.
So she came out and said, you know what? It was too much for me. That's it. I'm over it. I'm done.
That's like if Michael Jackson said, "I'm not singing anymore." That's like if Michael Jordan. Well, he actually did. Michael Jordan actually.
I'm gonna give you a little controversial take. I think she was trash. I think she's been trash. There's nothing about Raygun that I found even slightly amusing. I'm a purist of the 4 pillars of hip hop because you don't know hip hop.
Let's be serious. Shout out Strong 16. If you know, you know.
You don't know hip hop because so you don't respect hip hop. You don't know the 4 pillars of hip hop. What are the 4 pillars of hip hop? Go on. No, give it to me, dog.
This is all made up thing that you just did. Literally, it's a made up thing.
No, it's literally a thing. It's actually a thing.
This is how I know you don't know hip hop because you don't know the 4 pillars of hip hop.
You guys are making shit up now.
Go.
Go.
If you had to guess what the 4
pillars of hip hop.
I don't know. Okay. It's hip hop. Hip hop is hip hop.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, you see what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Hit him with
graffiti.
Boom. 1.
MCing.
2.
Why are you? This your boy?
Breakdancing.
3.
DJing.
Okay.
4.
Those are literal. Look them up. Gallo, Jamie.
Go.
Those are the 4 pillars of hip hop.
Continue with your thoughts.
And so if you're gonna put the 4 pillars of hip hop, one of the pillars being DJing, or I'm sorry, breakdancing, and you bring out some scrub like Raygun, who is absolutely just literally defecating on the art form of breakdancing. Yeah, you should quit, bro. You're a scrub. You were the worst. When you go to the Olympics, regardless of what it is, if you are going to bring the Olympics, I read that you have 3 years to prepare for it. So they tell you guys what the Olympics are going to be. That's what you brought out. You brought out Raygun, a legit scrub dancer who knows nothing about the art of breakdancing. What you could claim that you know it all along, but you don't know anything, bro. And you're insulting the art form of it. So I am an art form purist. I am a hip hop purist. I do know the 4 pillars of hip hop, and that's a trash set, and you should retire because you're a scrub. That's like if they were to go out there and be like, bro, I'm a DJ now, and they play like a, say as an example, like a USB set of another person. Oh, well, no, this is my interpretation. And then I do like some like, yeah. I do ad-libs, and then they tell you, bro, like that's not really DJing. Like, no, this is my interpretation of it. And you're like, bro, you're ruining the art of it. And so that's what I think that it really goes down to people who take the art serious, because breakdancing is the 4 pillars, and it has been for 40 plus years that hip hop has been around, and you are insulting it.
I can confirm that the 4 pillars of hip hop, DJing, breakdancing,
Babo, you literally don't know hip hop.
And MCing.
You don't know.
That's what it is.
If you knew it, you would know that that's the foundation. That's legitimately the foundation. You may not think of it because all you know is Drake, and that's cool. Let's keep it a beam.
Which that guy,
Drake still runs
that
runs the rap game right now.
You're OVO.
I'm OVO game,
and you don't know hip hop, but the reality is it's true. And she's a scrub.
I thought she was amazing.
Because again, you don't know
But
hip-hop.
also but here's, okay, what you also are not putting into context is the fact that this person came from Australia. Mm-hmm. Okay? Australia has no business with hip hop. But they still have to roll somebody out there because it's the Olympics. They're going to roll somebody out there.
Pre-qualify.
Yeah, but okay, so whose fault is that? Is that Australia's fault, or is it the qualifiers?
It's the French.
Okay, so then be mad at the French.
No. Here's the thing. Just because they're from Australia doesn't mean that they don't know hip hop.
They don't know hip hop.
If they genuinely would have gone, bro, look, we used to say the exact same thing 20 years ago about people who would come from Australia that used to play basketball. It doesn't matter. If you are vetting these talents to come out and represent your country, because again, 3 years ago that this event was going to happen. It's not like they just rolled them out like, oh yeah, Australia. They called them up and they're like the
by the way,
last minute.
Yeah. By the way,
oh yeah, you got any break dancers?
we don't. But I got some chick.
We got this girl. We found at the bar.
Have you heard of Raygun?
Yeah. No, bro. Like they know who these people are. If you are gonna make a committee that is going to judge the best people, again, who the hell? Okay, name the best javelin thrower of Ethiopia.
The name escapes me right now. It's on the tip of my tongue.
You don't know, but because you don't know doesn't mean they didn't go through the motions, qualify, and try to get there.
Can I give you a different perspective, please?
Go ahead.
It's like saying the South Sudanese shouldn't play basketball just because they're terrible at it.
But that's what you're
But
saying.
they go out there and they play ball and they still compete. And guess what? They almost upset the USA. So why not give these people the opportunity to go out there? If they shit the bed, that's on them. But at the end of the day, they earned, according to the bylaws of the Olympics, they earned the opportunity to go out there. If she embarrassed herself, then so be it. But I think
I agree with you to that point. The point I'm trying to make is afterwards, if that is what you rolled out and that was the best that you can come up with.
Australia.
No,
It's Australia.
bro. No, I'm not saying it. Yeah, but they would have said the same thing about South Sudan 25 years
he loves
ago.
Australia. He's
he's an Australia glazer.
Oh, Australia.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's why he's passionate about it.
No, it's quite the opposite. I think they're bums. And the fact that they rolled out this broad out there is just a proven thing to show that, like, they don't know what they're doing. That whole competition was an absolute insult. And the fact that she doubled down, if she wouldn't have doubled down in the interviews in Australia, that would have, like, okay, cool. Gucci, hey, listen, I was just having fun. You tell the truth. But she was protecting her art form as if she genuinely did work out there. And it's like, bro, you're an insult to breakdancing. Because if you really talk to breakdancers, if you want to get down to the nitty gritty, and my breakdancers will know what I'm talking about.
My breakdancers.
My breakdancers.
My
breakdancers. What a clown. What an actual clown. No,
because he's got breakdancers.
Okay. One of my dad's best friend's son breakdances.
That's a lot of
my dad.
When you start breaking things down, you start losing.
My brother, sister's cousin.
My dad's best friend, which is
my baby mama's mom.
What I would consider, he is legally my godfather. We went to a church when I was 3 years old. He's my padrino.
Legally, no, that's not
legally.
church.
Whatever. His son is what we'd call my god brother, right? Who knows? Who cares? He breakdance, and he for many years would be super into it. But because he wasn't the fittest dude, he would not do like windmills and headstands and all that crazy shit. And he would be the one preaching to me, like, bro, like, it's all about the footwork, and you got to do the footwork. And then, what does his footwork look like?
Pop and lock.
Yeah, you got to do all this crazy stuff. You don't have to do the windmills is for the show, like, all that crazy stuff. And she didn't do any of it, bro. She was garbage. Okay. She didn't do any of it. So if that is the best thing that you have to roll out there, then if you want to just retire from it, bro. You're such a scrub. Don't double down on it. Be like, oh yeah, this was fun. I don't really take this serious. I'm just having a good time. But she wanted to be considered, and she wanted to be recognized as a real breakdancer, and you weren't, bro. That's, again, it's like someone going out there and throwing ad libs on top of a DJ set and being like, bro, like, this is serious. And then having, like, when they talk to her in post-game interviews or whatever, and they're like, bro, you went viral for using DJ Melo's set and, like, throwing ad-libs on there. And she's like, oh, well, this is my interpretation of a DJ set, and, like, this is the new wave. And that's what she would say.
Okay.
And it's like, bro, like, you're not taking this serious.
But what are you supposed to say? You're supposed to get on camera and be like, well, I'm trash, so this is
you're not supposed to.
You're a competitor. She qualified,
bro,
for the Olympics. She did not force herself on it. She didn't cheat through it. She qualified for the Olympics. She's representing her country. She's not going to go on camera, whatever she believes, even if she says, you know what, in private, she's like, yeah, I am trash, and maybe this was too much for me. But she's not going to go on camera representing her country, wearing her colors for her country, and say, well, I was trash, and I didn't belong here. She knows she has to double down. A heavy underdog anytime is going to say, yeah, we have a chance to win. Of course, I'm going to represent myself, and I'm going to speak highly of myself, whatever anybody else thinks. Another thing, name me who won. What's the name of the person?
The American dude.
What's the American dude?
I don't know. But
no, you don't know, but you know Raygun's name.
You know Raygun.
But you know Raygun's name, right?
I get what your point is about doubling down, because I'm a sicko like that. I would have doubled down as well.
Absolutely.
Right? For sure.
At that point, I think
you have to double down.
That kind of hurts my
argument.
No. Because I'm a sicko like that too. But what my problem was that, like, you're also, even if you are doing it, and again, let's keep it a bean. I'm a hip hop guy. I know hip hop to the certain extent, and so I respect the art of it. And so if you're gonna bring something out like that, I'm glad they were eliminated. They didn't even qualify.
Right,
she just
of course,
went viral.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
right. I'm not. I get your point because I'm a sicko like that. Like if I didn't do something, I'd be like, bro, like you guys are losers. You guys don't know about this progressive.
but she didn't even say that.
Yeah.
She just hyped herself up.
She doubled down in the interviews afterwards. She's like, oh, the people who hated all this don't know hip hop or don't know breakdancing. They're just haters. And it's like, no, bro. Like we actually know breakdancing, and what you were doing was a clown show. She's like scrubbing the ground, like doing all this kind of dumb shit. Whatever. That's cool. My point is, it's like you, regardless of her doubling down, regardless of what all that is, I'm not saying that I get her argument. What I'm saying is that at the end of it all, it's not hip hop, bro. And it's not breakdancing. You're trash. And if you are going to retire, it's deservingly so.
I think that the issue is putting breakdancing in the Olympics altogether.
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
1,000.
Because it's not that.
It's not competitive like that.
It's not, because now you have people like Australia competing
exactly.
and qualifying.
Exactly.
That's a whole
Dude,
different
the
story, but that's not her
Philippines,
fault. Like, you can't blame her for that.
No, you can blame her for that. Because if...
So what are they supposed to do if they qualified for it, right? If they said we have breakdancing in the Olympics and Australia said, you know what, I'll throw my hat in.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't have the best breakdancer, but I'll throw my hat in. And you qualify, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Not accept it? You're
partially
to accept
right.
it, and then you have to double down.
You're
and
partially
guess
right
what?
for the committee.
Actually, if you really look at it, it brought to light the breakdancing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about it. It would have just been an
breakdancing is a
afterthought.
huge thing. Huge thing in Asia, huge thing in... Yeah.
Right, but we're talking about putting it on the national scale in the Olympics. That's never been done before.
Yeah.
No,
now
we're talking about
right.
it.
I get
Nobody
what you're
is saying, oh, the American. That's who won, the American.
Yeah.
But then we're talking about Raygun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She put it
Which
on the
kind of
map.
sucks.
I mean, yes, but then you can go back and say, well, breakdancing should not have been in the Olympics in the first place.
Yeah.
It should have been beer pong.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Like I'm not opposed to what you're saying.
Subjective also.
But to a certain extent, because I respect the art and the pillars of hip hop, I have to go on and say, if she is retiring, good. Because you're trash, and you shouldn't be the reason why people are talking about hip hop, breakdancing. You shouldn't be the reason why there's a light on it. It's more comical now. It's more funny. So now, like, if you actually see people who are breakdancing,
okay, I see that.
If you see people who are like, say it was again, I replay it because you take the art of DJing very serious, and you and I have hours. 1,000 hours plus about talking about other DJs who are garbage, who are just as popular, even more popular than you. And these kind of people, at the end of the day, are thriving. And so why are they having a conversation about some scrub woman, regardless of what her gender is, representing an art form that people actually take serious? It shouldn't be that way, bro.
I agree. I mean, I see that perspective. I just feel like, when you talk about DJing, right? And I see DJs that are not capable, right? But at the end of the day, they're out there and they're doing it, and I respect that.
Yeah, imagine a DJ just because his image is insane. So imagine a DJ who has green hair, painted nails, tattoos on his face.
At him next time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All this crazy stuff, and people are talking about him.
Yeah.
Not because he's a good DJ, but because, oh my God, like this guy's crazy, and he says a bunch of like super, as an example, super like right-wing things, and he shouldn't be saying those. And now you're just talking about him strictly because he's just being ridiculous. And it's like, oh, he's a better DJ. And it's like, bro, like, why should he be considered a DJ when we're out here practicing? We're out here doing gigs. We're out here rocking a set. We're out here doing this stuff. It's like, it sucks, bro.
Yeah, I think it's human nature to feel that way.
And maybe I'm taking something serious that shouldn't be serious. But
no,
like,
it's serious. I get what you're saying. I respect what you're saying, and obviously, but I look at the DJing thing again. How you're trying to relate to what I'm doing, but I look at a lot of DJs that, again, like, they're not capable, they're not as good, and they might have more popularity. They might be, doing other things that I haven't even. Not to say that I'm Tiesto, but nevertheless, like, human nature says yes. Like, why is this guy doing it, or why is she doing it? Why all this stuff? But at the end of the day, they're doing it. They went out there and they did it. They and in this particular case, even more so, they put on for their country, and that's what they came out, and that's what they had, and that's what the best that they had to represent. I don't see nothing wrong with that in particular. You're blaming Raygun when you should be blaming the Olympic Committee for allowing that in the first place.
Yeah, because if she did it from a good place, then It is what it is. That's what she thought was the best thing to happen out there.
And I'm pretty sure that was it because nobody goes out there to try to embarrass themselves.
Yeah.
Especially on a not only national scale, on a world scale. Nobody's wanted to embarrass themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, now she probably looked at it and she was like, yeah, you know what? In the grand scheme, I should probably not ever do this again. And that's fine. I mean, even more respect for her for that, for acknowledging that.
She did it more because like people were just like making fun of her. Was that it, Gallo? Like because people were like, oh, like she's trash or whatever. Like she didn't want to take the criticism and stuff like that. Yeah, so
she's trying to like double down like, hey, I've been doing this for a while. Like this is my thing. This is like my life. Like I've been doing competitions.
That's the part that I hate, man.
That's the part that I get why. I get why.
Like, dude, like, bro, there's, like, like, there's people that are raw, dude. Like, there's people that are like legit, like good, man.
You ever seen Gallo on a dance floor?
Yeah, no. Gallo used to be able to breakdance in a way.
Gallo chops up Raygun right now.
Oof. Oh, a thou wow.
Right off the couch.
Yeah, that's like
I want to see that.
That's like the U.S. women's team versus like the 15-year-old boys.
If they
let's get Raygun now that she's retired.
Bro,
if they would have got footage from your wedding, side by side with Raygun, I'm taking that.
DM me. Anybody watching the podcast, DM me at Melody DJ. I have the footage.
Yeah, also
and we're gonna put it side by side, right? And we're gonna see who wins.
But also Gallo 70 pounds lighter is a problem.
You make it seem like no, he's not that big either.
Nah,
but like the 70 pounds makes a difference.
He's a problem. He's a problem.
Gallo's a problem right now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Now imagine that. All right.
Imagine that. All right.
Topic number 2.
Topic number 2.
This is kind of like 1A, 1B. We're sticking with Australia because Australia remains in the news.
Okay.
Do they? Nobody cares about Australia.
I know. Cares about them, honestly.
But like here we are. So Australia is set to ban social media for kids under the age of 16.
Oh, no way, bro.
Why?
It's, essentially what is wrong with, world-leading ban on social media for children under 16. Affected platforms would include Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, YouTube, social media.
That's a little harsh.
According to the Australian Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, social media is doing harm to our kids. Some call him Tony.
Tony Alba.
Tony Alba. Social media is doing harm to our kids, and I'm calling time on it.
But what kind of harm?
I mean,
do you feel like social media causes harm? And if it does, whose fault is that?
Yeah, but it's the parents it's up to the parents to regulate that. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that's a little
that's
like,
a crazy
comunista.
Yeah, that's a super
stuff.
The thing about I said this about very much so like crazy platforms like for instance X or formerly known as Twitter or anything. Like I've said this on the podcast before, man, and I'm not getting political about this at all, but I am of the hard believer that the good and the bad is still better than the none.
What does that mean?
In other words, and I say this because I'm a big defender of comedy and I'm a big defender of comedians and comedy in general. If you think a joke is funny, I think that you should just let it loose. And then whether you feel good about it afterwards that it offended people, then that's up to you to live with. But nevertheless, you should say it, and comedians shouldn't be canceled or shouldn't be banned, no matter what they say. They could literally go up there, and I'm not endorsing this, but they could literally go out there and be like, oh, I love, like, I don't know, I love Benito Mussolini, I love Hitler, or some insane thing that if you think it's funny, say it. I'm cool with it. I'm not going to hate you as a comedian. I may hate you as a person because I think you're a piece of garbage for endorsing those kind of people.
You say those jokes, you better not miss.
Of course. No.
It better not miss.
It better be hilarious. Yeah. Abortion jokes, all these horrendous topics that people talk about. If you say them, I don't blame you for saying them. I'm not going to, like, as a comedian, you get a pass and it may think that it's funny. And again, I said this in many podcasts. Patrice O'Neal has the best quote of all time in comedy. If the joke is funnier than it is, more than it is offensive, then you say the joke. It's the same thing with freedom of speech. As horrendous and as awful as the people who picket hate murderer funerals that fly there just to say that your son is going to hell. These people are grieving people of a hate crime. Maybe your son was gay. Maybe your son was trans. Whatever the case is, you should not be going through that. And that is the most disgusting kind of human there is. Nevertheless, freedom of speech is black and white. You either have it or you don't. And I'm a big believer of freedom of speech, regardless of what you want to say. Even if it negatively affects me, I don't care. Let's say my mom dies tomorrow of cancer or a bus accident, as an example. And there are people that hate Argentinians, and they picket my own mother's funeral. And they're like, yo, Argentinians should die. Your mother should have died. And I'm out there in my funeral grieving my mother. I get it. I still get it. I still respect them for the fact that they are exercising their freedom of speech. And if you are limiting what these kids are seeing, what these kids are doing, that is, in a way, limiting their freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of anything, freedom of information. And then where does it stop?
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
And honestly, it's Australia.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit. About
No one
Australia.
cares. They're like,
let
let
them be on social media.
Yeah.
And let the household regulate what happens out there. That shit, it sounds like North Korea to me.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope,
slippery
bro.
slope, yeah.
It's like, where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
So it's like what they say about like censorship, like how people, like, even if you have Alex Joneses out there who are just insane
Who's
nut
a
jobs.
national hero.
Oh my God!
I would have been surprised. I
wouldn't have been surprised. He's
No, but he does make a lot of good points.
Oh my God! Here we
That
go.
guy's an absolute nut job. But that's cool.
What,
Like,
the frogs are gay? That's what you agree with?
You know, though, too, what I was going to say is, sometimes, Gusta, you don't have to kill your mom to make a point.
You know what? I felt that. I felt that.
You know what I'm saying? That don't kill your mom next time. It's
no. All right. But that's what I'm trying to say. The point is,
He's really driving the point home.
you have to, man, because it's like there is no limit to it. It's black and white, brother.
it's very black and white.
Because if you start limiting kids on like, oh, this is the app that you could do, like this is what you could do, this is what you could see, and the worst part about it is that I kind of slightly agree with it.
I was gonna say social media has absolutely crushed, and I kind of
Absolutely,
understand why.
I get
They
it.
would take, but you just can't take such a drastic measure, man.
But
Like,
it's not. You just can't take a measure like that at all.
Yeah, you can't, dude.
Yeah,
because
because
that's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
it's a very
because then it's like if you do limit that, and this is an extreme position of it, but if you do begin to limit that and they approve it and they're like, oh, okay, this is ruining our youth, then you could begin to nitpick other things that are DK ruining
that's
your
a
youth.
slippery slope right there.
Oh, coffee.
Oh,
There's a study of
caffeine.
Harvard.
Harvard.
There's a study of Harvard that says kids under 9 years old can't have coffee because they're gonna grow extra eyelashes. No coffee.
No coffee.
There's a new study that
no sugar. Sugar, friend or foe.
That's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
a thing
yeah,
now.
yeah.
That's actually a
Sugar is
thing.
actually bad for you. But again, you allow people to regulate how much sugar they take, how much social media they take, how much soda they drink.
You are a parent, dog. I'm not a parent. What do you? I mean, there's no better person to ask than a
ask
girl.
than to
than
you.
a- Olivia is
I
how
don't
old?
want. She's 8. I don't want her anywhere near social media.
How much of her?
But I want that to
iPad-
be my choice. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
How do you control that? How do you control her friends being on social media? How do you control her friends giving importance to things that she finds important at 8 years old? Which
No, I
we
mean,
know.
if she hasn't, I can't think of something that she's told me right now off the top of the dome that her friend does that she's not allowed to do. But if she told me like, oh well, my friend has Instagram and I want Instagram, it's very simple. I mean, she's my daughter, I'm her father, and I'm telling you, no social media, and that's just what it's gonna be. Why? Because I said so. It might not be the best, but she's 8 years old. She may not understand exactly why, but it's not the best for her. I don't want you to do that. Okay, that's great that, Fulanita gets on Instagram and Facebook and MySpace, whatever.
But you
not
specifically
MySpace.
are my child, so
Yeah.
you're
but
gonna
in my house,
yeah.
you're not going to be on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
it. That's
I
the rule
think-
here. That's why, because that's the rule in this house.
Yeah, I think that's
and
what
that's
it comes
how
down
it
to.
should be in Australia, and that's how it should be in North Korea.
That's America, my boy.
Yeah,
Because I'm
Where
proud.
at least
to be,
I know I'm
I was
free.
gonna sing the whole thing.
Proud to be
Being
an
American.
American.
That's what it's about, bro. Like, because it's a slippery slope, it becomes something else. Now you got to eliminate other different things. Social media is not the problem; it's one of the problems. But there's so many other different problems out there. I don't know. Maybe Australia has a different kind of, I don't know what the word is, epidemic with social media. I don't know. But come on, dude. Like, you're basically, and then, like, as a parent, I would be offended. Like, now you're taking the choice out of my hands.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
ridiculous. And I'm one that kind of agrees with no social media for kids.
But it should also be your choice.
But it should
Your
be
choice.
my choice.
Yeah.
If they want to allow social media, then that's their prerogative. Like,
Is it all social media in general? So
Social
like,
media. So TikTok,
And is that done already? Like,
Instagram,
is it a
Facebook.
done deal?
It's basically
and what
a done
happens
deal.
if they have, like, how do they regulate that? Because at the end of the day, like, also there's a
you
million.
get a burner phone and like,
Right, like
Sure,
there's so many
yeah.
places that ask you for your age, and you can just fake the age. They don't
Yeah.
regulate like what.
So there's already like like memes coming out like, oh, like fake it, like I'm a bot type of thing. Like, yes, I'm 16. I'll click yes that I'm 16. or
Right?
whatever.
Is it one of those things where it's like when you go like on a marijuana page
Yeah.
in Florida?
It's like
And then
it's like people,
are you over
like
18?
Texas who
Like-
bans porn and it's like
Yeah.
bro,
Texas
you
ban
can-
porn. Texas.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, they do it like a.
It's like a restriction. Like,
It's
you
not.
gotta-
It's not that they
No,
ban it. You just have to say that you're 18.
Texas is the worst.
You got to put in your like license information
Yeah.
in order
I'm
to.
trying to put something else in.
Hey,
You
say
know
what are you trying to put in?
what I mean? You know what I'm trying to put.
Oh, okay.
Top
right.
5 porn categories. Go.
Top 5 sex mex number 1.
Wait, hold on.
You know I've talked about sex
All
mex.
right, all right. So let's get into this topic. So this
So
is-
we're gonna just
this
go
is-
topic.
Oh
number 3?
my god,
So
that
this
was a
is-
hard
Yeah,
pivot.
yeah. No,
Hard
no.
stop.
Well,
Hard stop. Are
It'll-
we going to topic number 3?
we're gonna
Topic number
three.
three.
Topic number 3. Okay.
So the porn topic. So North Korean soldiers.
Oh my.
Have you guys heard this
I
one?
heard it. I heard about that one.
Listen, so North Korean soldiers got hooked on porn after getting internet access for the first time while helping Russians fight Ukraine.
That's excellent.
Before I continue here, I have a question for you.
Go on.
So you know, online and on social media and all this stuff, they say like there's people that say that porn is really bad for you, psychologically is really bad for you.
Sure.
Do you agree with that?
My God, that's a crazy question to ask me.
I'll start.
Yeah. To be honest with you,
I don't agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No,
Gus.
no, go ahead. No,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
The mic is yours,
The
brother.
floor is
Go
yours,
ahead.
my boy.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, it's straight.
It's
It's Gucci.
So psychologically, it's
straight.
already messed with your head.
It's straight.
Look, man, I think
straight.
like porn is.
You know what's so funny, though? I'm going
What?
to tell you guys something stupid. It's so stupid.
Oh, now.
Yeah.
Now,
Episode 43,
Yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna finally tell us
now's
something
when
stupid.
you're gonna tell us.
Sometimes
stupid.
my sister watches this podcast and she
Oh
tells
my
me,
god! I
she's
thought
like,
you were gonna tell me your sister
Oh
watches
my
porn.
God.
It was gonna get
No,
weird,
no, no,
really
no.
weird, really fast.
She watches this podcast, and then the other day she's like, "You guys talk about some real cringe stuff," and I was like, "Man, why? I don't think we talk about cringe stuff." She's like,
Oh, fuck
it's
off,
very
sister."
weird." Yeah. And I was just like, and then I realized I was like, "Oh, it's probably because we talk about this." But anyway, my top 5 porn stars: Ava Adams, number
Okay,
1.
okay, no.
Gianna
Let
Michaels.
me ask you a question, a better question. Who do you think the North Koreans would put in their top 5 after watching porn for the first time?
Well,
ever?
they like Western women. Right.
Okay.
They don't know Latinas.
So, number
Latinas
one.
is you have to know a little bit
You have
about
to-
porn.
yeah.
Sure,
You got to be a
sure.
So
vet.
now that's
Bet.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
Put yourself.
Okay.
Put
Okay.
yourself the
I'm gonna-
first
I'm
time
gonna-
you watch
I'm gonna
porn.
rattle them off. I'm gonna rattle
Sarah
them off.
J.
No. I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
no.
bad, my bad.
Oh, this wasn't mine. This was
saying
it.
as a
I
team-
was.
team, as a team thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go number 1, the Queen of Anal, Sylvia Saint.
Wow. Okay.
That's yeah.
Let's
yeah,
go.
Yeah.
No, we're here.
Queen of Anal, Sylvia Saint. I'm gonna go number 2, the busty queen herself, Gianna Michaels.
Okay.
Gianna
All
Michaels.
right.
Yeah.
Number 3, I'm gonna go veteran Ava Adams.
Can't go wrong with Dave
Can't go wrong
Adams.
with
I'm
Ava
gonna go number 4, nasty girl next door, Riley Reid.
Ooh, wow.
And then I'm gonna throw a curveball at number 5. Looks white, but is actually not Venezuelan. La Sirena.
Wow, that's a banger right there.
Banger list.
dog.
That shit felt like the starting 5 for the Chicago
Let's
Bulls
go.
in '96.
Yeah. What's the and introducing
And
La Sirena. She like
La
rip.
Sirena.
she like rips off.
7 anal scenes, 17 DPs.
Yeah,
Baby, if you're watching this, I have no idea who La Serena is. I have no idea who they're talking about.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's
I don't follow her on Instagram.
That's if I was a soldier in Korea fighting the lines of Ukraine and Russia. Those are my top 5.
Can you imagine they lose the war because they're too busy watching
They're
porn?
too busy. They're like, you know what?
You imagine if they kissed their wives goodbye, baby. I'm going to the war, and they leave, dog, and then they get murked jerking off. All of them are circle jerking in a camp.
All of them
Like,
are dead. Like there's one camp with all of them were just smoked with their dicks in their hands, and they got little dicks, so it's like
They look like us.
they look like us.
Ava Adams.
Ava Adams.
That's yeah. That's my top 5. Go. Your top 5.
No, I don't.
If you're Korean,
I don't.
That was a
disagree
solid
with it.
list.
That was a solid list.
I can't top that list, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm already way too far gone.
Yeah.
I can't do the basic thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm deep.
Yeah.
I'm deep into it. You know what I mean? Like now
No,
I'll
I
name
don't
you
know what
some
you mean.
obscure Colombian broad.
Give me your top 5 if you're Korean. Just
Come on,
just
how
give it
many
to me.
times am I going to say my top 5 porn stars in this goddamn
okay.
podcast, bro?
Right now, you're gonna say it right now.
No,
Say it
but
right now.
it's not North Korean anymore. Now it's just about
North
me.
Now it's just about me.
Melo's top 5.
What's your top
You remember
5?
when I used to do the top 5 songs of the week? Imagine I do top 5 porn stars of the week.
From that week.
From that week. Top 5 porns.
I remember that.
Do you like your porn with a story or no story?
I love a story.
I
do
love
you
a
think
good
the North
story.
Koreans like with a story? Or do you think that they're so basic that they're just like, whatever, just go get on with it,
brother.
get on
You
with
have
it?
to understand. These guys have been deprived from the world. They're doing porn how we used to do porn circa
In 99.
2003.
Oh,
2003.
yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
That's right, because, okay, well, I don't know if you remember this, but Gus is a late bloomer when it comes to jerking
That's
off.
right,
in
that's
porn.
right.
Yeah, so remember, he's 2003.
That's right.
We've been doing this since the Martins won the first World Series.
97?
97.
Ooh, I've been out
How
here,
old
baby.
were you, bro? 97.
8 years old, brother.
You were not jerking off at 8 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't coming.
Yeah, come on. No, you were not jerking off at 8. They didn't even have porn. It was like
They had
Penthouse.
porn. Yeah, it was Penthouse.
Yeah, Penthouse. Dog.
It was
You had
the
magazine,
Playboy,
dog.
the Playboy sex
First
talk
off,
show.
First time I whacked off was a Penthouse.
Shout out Action Bronson, baby.
Now there's roses at my penthouse. Oh, again, you don't know hip hop.
You don't know.
It's
hip
fine.
hop.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's an iconic song, iconic line, but nevertheless. You thought Raygun was a breakdancer, loser.
She represented her country.
She represented her country, bro. You fucking she gave it all she got. Bro. Blame the system, not the player.
I sound like such a libtard. Jesus
That's
Christ.
what you did.
I
You were
really do. I
defending
really do.
a bum
Yeah.
broad. Let's keep it a
You're right, you're
bean.
right. Would you watch her porn, Raygun?
Oof.
You know what I do go down the rabbit hole
Maybe.
sometimes? I do watch a little China, the wrestler.
That's
Oh,
and
that's
she's
rough,
dead.
dog.
Do you August
That kind of
Ames,
shows what kind of guy
I mean,
I
I'm
am.
not trying to shame
You
you,
know
or
who's-
anything.
You know
King
who's a
shame you?
legendary porn star? August Ames.
Oh, she's old school. though.
No, but do you guys know that she died? She's dead.
Yes.
You know she committed suicide.
Oh,
There's-
that's right. Yeah.
And ever since I found that out, I couldn't jerk off to her
That's it.
anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
I can do it all the time, man.
Yeah, still to this day.
To this day, man.
To this day.
That ain't gonna stop me.
Yeah, no, there's something weird about like dead. Like if you're dead, I don't want to jerk off to you. You're dead.
Why?
Because you're dead.
Oh, it's fine.
That's fine, man.
I'm living in
You
the
gotta
moment.
draw-
I'm gonna be present in the moment.
yeah, I'm living in the moment,
Yeah.
baby.
You're gonna tell me if
Nah,
Gianna
because-
Michaels puts a bullet through her head, you're not
then you're
watching her
nah, I'm not gonna
boob job
watch her
porn?
anymore.
Really?
I'll give you one that North Koreans probably saw for the first time and were like, "This is why. This is why."
This is why
Can I guess?
This is
in
my
three?
why.
Can I guess in 3
In
guesses?
3, go.
Number 1, Mia Khalifa.
No.
Ooh.
I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
Also old school.
Ooh.
Also old
man.
school.
Jenna Jameson?
No.
Oh,
And
really?
it's not.
I got one more guess.
She's not like all the ones that you named,
Old school?
and she's not like all the ones that you named.
You named.
Damn.
And she's old school.
She's not. Okay, so let me break it down again. What do all the ones that you named have in
Blonde.
common?
Blonde.
Besides blonde,
Okay.
what are they?
White.
So,
Okay. Oh, a black girl. A Havana Ginger?
damn it, dude.
That's so
now you're just
obscure.
revealing yourself, dog.
What's up?
What's up?
When I
What's good?
drop this name, you guys are gonna be like, "Oh my God, Jada Fire." Oh, I told you.
Jada had me for a minute.
Jada was my first black girl.
Yeah. She rocked me.
was my
She
first,
had all of 2008 summer on lock.
Yeah. Super 2008.
Yeah.
She was hotter than Wheezy in 2006, my boy.
She had 2008 in a strong
All
one.
you heard was a lighter click. Cannon.
That's so obscure, dude. So obscure. She was fire.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Where'd you
Where'd
find
you find
that? Jada Fire is, I think, what clinched it for the North Koreans.
Jada Fire was fire.
Yeah.
She was super fire.
Can't go wrong.
You know who was my first black crush? Which, by the way, she turned super. Well, because like, well,
All right.
you
No,
know,
we're here. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say it was. Ooh, man, it's gonna be controversial because
ahead.
she's such a polarizing figure nowadays, especially. What was her name? Stacy. She was
from
she
the
was a
All Falls
Clueless.
Down video.
She was Clueless. She was on
Stacey
Clueless.
Dash.
Stacey Dash?
Yeah.
But she didn't do.
No.
No,
I'm
she
just saying,
didn't.
like,
It's
she was
just
like my first black girl crush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, black girl
Yeah,
crush.
Stacey
Alright, yeah.
Dash was for me
Okay.
was something else.
I'll give you guys one.
Go ahead.
And it worked out. And I'll tell you the name. I'll tell you the name, and I'll tell you where
She was your
I
first
found
black
her.
crush.
She was my first
She was
black
there for when you felt a little jungle
Megan
fever.
Good and in Cousin Skeeter.
I
Oh, my
forgot
God.
about Megan,
Facts.
dude.
Facts.
I
Megan
knew
was actually my
she
first.
was
She was
the
bef-
woman for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about her did it to you?
Everything.
Yeah,
It's
she
the
had a
eyes,
pretty
Chico.
face.
She's so pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty.
They never
You know,
lie.
you want to know something even crazier?
Go on.
Is my girl watches the pod when she does her nails.
Yeah.
So she has it out in the open. Right. She puts it on the TV.
Right.
So imagine like my girl
Playing this back.
her nails
playing this with all the girls
Ain't that your husband out there talking about
Jada Fire, talking about top 5 porn stars,
Megan Good?
talking about jerking off in '96.
But also, look, there's very few people that I felt an emotional connection.
Oh,
I'm
emotional.
gonna give you that. Stacey Dash was probably my emotional connection. I felt like I loved her. Also, like
What?
Yeah. So there's there's actors that transcend the TV screen, and then you start getting a little crush on them.
Okay, yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
give you another one.
Go ahead.
And I've said this in the pod before. I'm
Go
not
ahead.
ashamed about it. Jennifer Love Hewitt in Boy Meets
Yeah.
World
Oh, that's-
episode.
That episode.
That episode
That Halloween
specifically.
episode. Oh
The
my
Halloween
God.
special. Why don't people understand? Why do
Goodness
people come
gracious.
out with good Halloween
There's
specials?
no more Halloween specials.
It's no more. There's no more like Halloween
Specials on Boy Meets World on just in general.
Yeah.
Halloween specials were a thing.
A thing.
right? Like you would
Like
watch
those,
a Halloween special.
Those TV shows specifically. Yeah.
Okay. Topanga.
Oof.
Transcended.
nice.
Oof.
Yeah.
I had an actual crush on her.
Like you- like
right?
it broke your heart.
Yeah.
Like she broke your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, she broke my heart.
Yeah.
A big one. There's a lot of them that I could rattle off, but those three specifically, man, they rocked me, dog, for a little bit.
To this day,
To this day. Yeah.
I feel the pain.
Yeah, man. There's a
feel the love.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like you think that like, oh, maybe I have a shot with them.
Maybe you do have a shot.
Maybe you do have a shot
But
with
I think Jennifer Love Hewitt in that Boy Meets World.
Oof, that special, that Halloween special.
When she got slammed up against a locker.
my God.
When Eric Matthews.
Eric, yeah. You
He's-
see, my boy knows. My boy knows, man.
Hey, I'm not gonna say I'm born in '87, but,
but hey,
When I was born in '87.
yeah. That's,
yeah.
Yeah, she was a baddie though. She was. You know who also rocked it for me too, and she's a little older now, but she did it for me as well. Megan Fox did it for me as well.
Maybe Fox.
Yeah,
But
I
a little
mean-
bit later on in life.
Megan
Bro,
Fox
think
in,
about it
in
like
Transformers. You're like,
yeah, no, that's-
when you saw that
Yeah,
movie,
that
you're
was
like,
it was
ooh,
something stupid.
Bro, when they would do the close-ups, when Michael Bay would do the
my
close-up
God,
with her and
when-
her blue eyes.
Where
Oh, my
Fadita.
God.
Oh, and Shia LaBeouf. You think he
Yeah.
smashed?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah,
he
One
had to
thou
smash.
wow.
Come on.
1,000 wow.
Come on.
Shia fucks.
Shia Fox.
Shia's a beast, dog.
Yeah, he is.
Shia's
And
a
also,
beast.
it's like women in Hollywood, and especially during that time, they had to do something to be on that. But that's another story.
That's another story.
All right, Harvey.
All right. Okay. Before we get canceled.
But you know what, man? I hope North Koreans get a hold of Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
the October special.
I hope they get to
Halloween
see
special.
Topanga.
I
Halloween
hope
special.
they get to see.
I hope they get to see,
Megan Good and cousin Skeeter.
Yeah.
because it'll open their world to something. Imagine being erase your memory and seeing that for the first time. That's North Korea right now.
I think the world would be honestly a better place.
Yeah,
a better place.
Is that she was Jennifer Love Hewitt in general
Come on,
was
my boy.
so
Man, I'm
bad.
so happy for the North Koreans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good for them.
Honestly,
Good
that's
for
really
them.
what I
Jerk
take out
it,
of this.
baby.
Good
Jerk
for them.
it.
Do your
Yeah,
thing, man.
yeah.
That's nature.
There's
man.
nothing wrong
That's
with it. All
life.
you people saying that porn is psychologically this and stop watching. And if you want to succeed in life, do these 7 things and always stop watching porn.
Yeah,
It's number 1.
Shout out
Stop
to the
watching
North
porn.
Koreans jerking off. Let's go.
Jerk off,
Jerk
dude.
off.
Don't be ashamed to watch porn.
Don't be ashamed.
Don't be afraid.
Do
Don't
we
be
have the
afraid.
same algorithm, man?
Yeah,
Because like I
dude.
get those all the time.
All
They're
the
like,
time.
like the first thing you need to cut out
It's
porn.
Like, go
Yeah,
fuck yourself,
you know what,
bro.
man?
No.
Actually,
Actually.
STF you, dog.
Yeah.
You know?
Topic number 4.
Topic number 4. So, Mello kind of alluded to this a little bit
I did.
earlier. You guys remember? You're gonna remember the name. Imani Khalif. If I tell
Yeah,
you
of course
Imani
I know
Khalif,
Imani.
you have no idea who
No
Imani
clue.
Khalif is.
No clue.
Okay. All right. She's the
I know exactly what it
Algerian boxer
Oh, yes.
in the Olympics
Yes,
that
yes.
went viral
Yes, of course.
because they were like, "Hey,
You finally got the facts. You right
For
wing
the next
loser.
5 minutes, can we just not say nothing and I can just nod my head at Gus?
just nod
Yeah. You're an idiot. You were wrong the whole time.
the whole
Finally.
time."
Thank God.
Oh,
So,
thank God.
You were eating the Ben Shapiro podcast rant.
I told you so.
All right. So
I don't
let
want to say I told you so, but I told
But
you
he
so.
told you so. So let me get to it. Algerian boxer Imani Khalif, who won gold at the Paris Olympics in women's boxing, has been confirmed as a man according to a medical report.
Let's go.
I'm not gonna say nothing the rest of
Bro,
this
you want to know
topic.
you want to know some funny things, man?
Oh, some funny things. Now he wants to deflect.
he wants
no,
to-
no. Own up to
Own
it.
it up.
No, I don't want to talk about nothing else that's funny.
Yeah, okay.
I want to
well,
talk about the topic
can
number
we-
4.
Can we confirm Can we confirm? Because now this is the information age. Everybody knows a doctor who knows a doctor.
Yep.
Is the person who's declaring her a man, an actual man?
Here we go.
Because it goes off just based off what the information that was being given out. Because they say Brittany Griner has the same issue, and she's a woman.
No, she's an actual woman.
She's an actual woman. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this something Khalif, my
Imani,
boy,
Imani Khalif.
my dog,
my dog,
the homie.
My boy.
is confirmed to be a man, but like with
Been a man,
testicles.
my boy.
Been a man. So
Yo.
according
Because okay, here's the thing, and this is just the reason why I said it. There was a lot of scientific reports behind it. Don't think that you know all of a
I
sudden.
know.
All of a sudden you're
I know.
a genealogist. Let's keep it a bean.
What is
here.
that? A genealogist.
Yeah, people who study genetics.
Go ahead.
That all of a sudden you knew that it was the reports in the scientific
Yes, I
community
knew. I
were
told
coming
you
out.
in the other podcast that I knew.
No. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Dr. Ortiz, you clown. It was being said that her condition does not
It's
consider
not a
her
condition. She's a man. You have a condition because you're a man?
She got a dick.
Yeah, dude. And it's nothing against him, right? Because
nothing.
I can relate to him, man. It's one of the things that they said about it was he has balls and he has a micro penis. I can relate.
So
I can relate. Like you and me are the same. We got balls and a micro penis. It's nothing against you, my boy.
Inverted penis.
Yeah,
it's like
same.
inside of you.
It's like me. Yeah, dude.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
So from
that's that you're still a man.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
a man.
So from what I heard, I don't know. This
Oh,
is
now
a-
you heard? No, you're
No,
hearing it now.
No.
Stop
no. This
deflecting.
is-
No, I'm
no.
done.
No. This
I'm
is
sick of it.
I know you're reeling back from your Cassie take that you've been trying.
Here we go. That's my.
People don't forget.
Yeah, let's keep it a bean, dog. You want to get crazy?
That's my Jerry Teticas.
People.
your Cassie take where you
People don't
defended
forget.
Diddy.
Yeah,
and
no,
we'll
don't
bring back the
forget.
And
reels.
honestly, she's probably lying.
There it
Because
is.
you know,
There it is.
Come on,
Step
listen
in
to
the
me.
name of
No,
love.
not step in the name of love. Hey, let me tell you something. If this song, I'm gonna sing this song. And tell me for $100 you wouldn't sing this song
Sing
when
it.
it comes on
Sing
the
it.
radio.
Sing it.
Last night
I didn't even get an answer.
Answer.
I tried to call, but
phone
probably
let me down.
Come on, you think of somebody that sang?
Now I'm
Come on,
sitting here
With this blank expression.
and the way I feel. And meanwhile, Cassie only has "You've Been Waiting." So she's
That's
a
a banger.
one-hit
That's
wonder,
a banger,
though.
though.
But I can sing another Diddy song. If
Go
you
ahead.
want.
Go ahead.
You don't understand you like I do.
What's the most? What? Okay,
What?
let's see if he knows hip hop. What's the most iconic Diddy verse? Like verse.
The most iconic Diddy verse?
Go ahead. I can literally rattle it off right
I could
now.
do it right off the top of my. I
we
know exactly
hip-hop,
what it is.
You don't
I'm
know
gonna hit you
hip-hop.
with it.
It's got to be with Mace.
No, that's
it's gotta be
okay.
with
You
I
don't
got
know
you.
hip hop.
The sun don't shine forever,
But as long as
we're
we're here, then we always gonna shine forever.
forever.
Better now than never.
Yeah.
Business before pleasure, P. Diddy and the fam. Who you know do it better.
Yeah, right. No matter what,
We
we airtight.
airtight.
Again, if you don't rattle off that Biggie verse interpreted by you don't know hip hop.
He
Okay.
literally
That
wrote
is
that.
the
Yeah.
best,
Okay.
one of the best verse, and I dare to say, hip hop fans kill me. P. Diddy interpreted it better than the guy who wrote it himself because that is a
well,
Diddy
that's
verse.
a little bit
That's-
of a
that's a
hotter
ca-
take. Also,
No,
too,
That's
though.
that's a
That-
Diddy cadence.
It's a Diddy cadence, and it's written by Biggie in Diddy's voice.
Yes, exactly.
And you just, it's an iconic verse. It's an iconic verse.
So what you're saying is free Diddy.
He didn't do it.
Shout out P. Diddy, baby. You deserve to be free. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing to me.
Diddy didn't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing to me.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Anyway,
Come
she's
on.
a boxer and
She's a
man.
boxer and she was a man. Yeah. She's a boxer, she was a man, and I told you so, and then you're wrong.
And now you're wrong.
And now I want you to say, you know what, Mello, you were right, and I was wrong.
I was wrong based on the facts that were given
but
to
that's
me at the
it.
time.
No, that's it. Just say I was wrong.
But you were right
No,
for
but
the
just
wrong
say
reasons.
I was wrong.
You were right for the
I
wrong
was
reasons.
right for the wrong reasons. What? No, I'm right because I'm right because I said she was a man. That's it. That he was a man. That he's a man.
Okay, so what does the science report say?
No, what do you mean? What does
Let's
the
believe
science
science.
report
The
says?
science
So she was lying.
a medical report.
No, she
came
wasn't
out-
lying.
It
She
doesn't that she
believed it.
wasn't lying. It said they finally
The
came
same
out.
way Raygun believed.
It said they finally came out and said, you know what? We did a thorough investigation. We did all the medical tests needed to be done. And yes, she specifically is biologically a man.
Yeah. So from what I have read, and again, this is just me saying it, the reason why men are superior in sports to women
Oof, man, I thought this was gonna take a dark turn.
now is because from the ages of 13 to 21, they run testosterone in their body.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
testosterone,
that's-
yeah, of course. But that's what I'm saying. Testosterone obviously strengthens bones, strengthens muscle mass, strengthens all the things. So even if at 21 or like whatever, by the time their testosterone begins to decay, I don't know it medically, they already have an insane advantage over a woman's body, out like flat out. So that's why like some of these people will come out and say like, that's why trans matters, because if they start taking testosterone therapy or estrogen therapy at like 12, then they don't develop the same bones, and that's why it's a level playing field. But if she went through all that, and she in fact does have, or she wants to be identified as a woman, I'll identify her. Sure, I don't care.
Oh, she's okay. Well,
Yeah,
cool.
I don't
respect
care.
that.
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
care. If she wants to be said that, okay, cool. Like, but if you genuinely have a genetic advantage over women, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
like,
but that goes without being said. The point is, you were wrong and I was right.
Okay, all right.
Say it. Just say it.
just
Why can't
say
you just
it.
say it, dude? Hey,
Just
Mello,
say it.
I was
Point the
wrong.
camera.
And that's you.
Say it.
That's you.
I'm gonna admit it. I'm gonna give you your flowers.
Hurry up.
You defended Cassie. You bum. Topic number 5. Let's go.
He won't do it. He won't.
He won't do it. He
Come
won't
on,
do it,
my
man.
boy. We go
Come
down
on,
without a
man.
fight.
Damn.
You gotta
I'm
give
Ray
me-
Gun doubling down.
You're doubling down.
You gotta give me my
breakdancing-
5 minutes.
Nah.
My 5 minutes to just stare at him.
Yeah. No, I'm Raygun defending breakdancing
Yeah,
because
yeah.
hey, don't blame me. Blame the committee. Blame the
Blame the
science,
committee,
baby.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
know what?
I did my part.
That's fine.
You know what? You're not wrong.
I was right.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I was right. You were wrong.
You were wrong.
Suck it.
Sucking D-Generation X. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of
Of
all
all
ages,
ages.
D-Generation X proudly brings to you.
Damn, man. That's crazy that you know that.
You don't know, but you don't know the rest of it, dog. I know the rest of it.
Go ahead. Finish it. Finish
Go.
it.
Something. The
something,
badass
something.
Billy Gunn.
Badass Billy Gunn.
What's the first one? Hit me in the comments. Proudly brings to you. Something. The Badass Billy Gunn.
Badass
The
Billy
New Age Outlaws.
Were you NWO red and black or white and black?
Oof, that's
you know,
a great question, man.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna hit you with it. I was a WCW fan, but I didn't really get into it like that.
Come
I
on,
was
the NWO years were elite.
Of course,
Elite.
yeah. Steve Nash, Sting.
Come on, man.
No. I was a thing. I remember when WCW.
Were you
yeah.
red and black or were
Or
you
you-
white and black? That's all you have to.
That's all you
I
know.
was white and black, yeah, before they became
Gallo?
Wolfpack. the
Wolfpack,
red.
baby.
Yeah.
Viva la raza,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah. No,
Give
I
it
get
to
it.
me. Give it to me.
What is it like?
Give it to me.
Viva
dog.
la raza.
Yeah.
Viva la
dog.
raza.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
red
yeah.
and black all day.
Yeah,
dog.
baby.
Come on.
I'm not saying that,
course.
but I was so. I'm a team guy though. I was just into WWF at the time. I didn't like, to me, WCW. Like, I remember I used to hate openly Goldberg. Because Goldberg.
And he was
Yeah.
undefeated.
And then the only thing that
Who
ever,
beat Goldberg for the first time?
Oof.
that's a good one. I could was it what's this guy's name? The one that came out on bad
He carried a bat.
okay, no, never mind. I don't know. Who was
Come
it?
on, man.
Who was
He
it?
used to come down.
Mankind?
No, come on, man.
Ric Flair? Who?
He looked like
What is it?
What's these people? The rock band, Kiss.
Come on. Are you
Kiss.
kidding me?
Sting?
Come on. Yeah.
Who was my favorite all-time wrestler.
Yeah, well, he was a legend.
Legendary
And they
Sting.
say the worst part about Sting is that they say he was the nicest dude in
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
Yeah,
Super nice
like did interviews, dapped it up, kissed all the
He
fans.
deserved the victory.
Yeah.
He deserved the victory.
Yeah,
Goldberg. I like Goldberg too, though.
Now, my favorite wrestler of all time, and again, this is, circa what, 97, 98, is for me. There could be better wrestlers. Is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay,
That's
fair.
That's fine.
That's
fair.
fine.
There's nothing
to
wrong
me,
with that.
I think I have very little times in my life that gets me more hyped than glass breaking.
That intro is just
Or what about-
iconic, man.
Yeah, a Heartbreak Kid. Yeah,
The
Heartbreak
Heartbreak
Kid
Kid,
is
dog.
is legendary.
I
Dude,
thought- go
WrestleMania
ahead.
for me, my biggest thing was I remember I don't know where I was. I just remember telling my dad, we were in West Palm Beach and we had to drive all the way down to Hialeah, and I remember my dad never, because we were broke kids, we couldn't pay $60 to go see a pay-per-view WrestleMania. That was like out of it just wasn't something that we did. And I remember my dad and I telling him like, dude, like please for everything that I love, just buy me this WrestleMania.
Do this one for me, player.
It's Heartbreak
Do this
Kid.
one.
It's Heartbreak Kid versus thing. And we went home and like it was the last fight, and my dad was just like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And he put for $65, put it in there, boom, put the thing. And I saw that fight live. It was the Heartbreak Kid versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Stone Cold gets knocked out by the Sweet Chin Music.
Come on, man.
Turns around, hits him with it.
How did you feel?
Oh, I was devastated. Oh, I was devastated, brother. And it was fake. But at the time, you
didn't know it was fake at the
you
time.
didn't
know.
know, man.
You didn't know.
You didn't want to believe.
You
it
didn't
was
want to
fake.
believe. And then he goes to do it. He grabs it, spins him around, hits him in his chest, and Stone Cold Steve Austin and me and my brother lost our fucking minds. We were like
Here they go
11-year-old
wrestling.
kids, man, losing
the attitude
our
era, man.
minds, brother. I get goosebumps talking about it because it was a beautiful time in my life, man.
Quick break. Gallo, your parlay is one away from hitting. My
Let's
brother.
go.
Let's
go, baby. Let's go.
We gotta send it in. Picks
We
at the
gotta
end.
send it in.
You
Let's
guys
send it
are
in.
look,
Picks.
man. I'm not trying to get sponsored by Hard Rock, but honestly, Hard Rock, if you're listening to this, sponsor us. We have a phenom,
A phenom, an actual phenom.
amongst
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
I am but a novice. I am but a novice
Yeah,
in
you
this
know.
betting game. I'm gonna give you some okay picks. I would say you're 20 to 25, but don't send it in. I'm gonna convince you to send it in, but don't send it in. Don't send it in for you because
Me?
you're a terrible.
Let me tell you something. It could be that the guy scored 30 points for 17 straight games, and on the 18th game, I said, "Yeah, no, he's
know what?
obviously
He's
going over
obviously
30.
gonna do it.
He's not even going to go double digits."
Yeah. You're the Canadian Crusader. Shout out the Heat. Shout out the Heat. That's so obscure.
We've
no
gone
one's gonna
so
know.
far off.
Yeah.
Topic
So
number
off
5.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I was right. He was wrong. Topic number 5. Let's
But
go back
wait,
to
let
it.
me just talk.
Oh, here we go.
This
Here we
guy
go, here we
is
go.
such a beast at picking
He's a monster.
things.
He's a monster.
He's an
dude.
actual beast.
Yeah.
So much so that I've put up my own money. I said, hey, man, I will give you a $200 budget. Did I not say that? Every single week of $5 picks. Just bet $5 picks. Go crazy with them. Think about them.
Yeah.
$200. You put them wherever you want. I don't care if we lose them for now until the next 6 months. I'm willing to invest.
Same.
My own money. Guys, if the boy says send it in.
Send it in.
Send it mother effing in. Because it is, I wouldn't say it's a sure bet, but it's as bought as of an educated bet as you can possibly get, just based strictly off chance.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It's insane.
It's insane.
It's insane.
That's his autism.
That's my autism.
Which is such a great autism.
Yeah, yeah. You're on the spectrum.
I have an autism for something so stupid.
Dog, he'll tell me that like Kareem Hunt's in for one. Dog. I could just feel it.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt for the 2-yard push, and I'm like, bro, and it's like, how?
It's like first drive.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Yeah. He walked right in. Nobody was near Kareem Hunt. It was just he just walked right in. Like when he looks back and he just like
he does he high steps it.
It's just easy money.
There's like 12 minutes still left to go in the first quarter.
In the first quarter, it's like done.
What an opening drive.
What an opening drive. And it's like an 8-legger and already off rip first quarter, 6 hits already.
Six hit already. Now we're just waiting for Lamar Jackson to pass over 100.
Yeah. No, now we just need Lamar Jackson
you know what I mean?
5 yards.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's crazy.
We'll get to that. That's later at the end of the show.
Incredible. Topic number 5.
Topic number 5.
But yeah, man,
You've been
not to toot my own horn, man, but
it's
you know,
crazy, bro.
Insane.
It's crazy. I told him the other day, I said, I'll give you $50 a month if you just get send me your plays. And I lowballed it. That's worth about $500 a month at least.
At least.
Because you should do your top 3 locked in picks. Meaning those are locked.
Yeah.
Locked. Just bet 100, bet 200, bet 500.
Bet the house, bet the mortgage.
Those are locked.
Yeah, lock them in.
Then you should do your teaser that you say, hey, I'm going to give you this pick for free just to let you guys know that I mean business.
Yeah, that I'm out here.
And then you have like 5 or 6 in your back pocket that you're just going to thrash, dog. That is for the D-gens who are willing to spend $15 to $25 on a 13-leg parlayer.
I'll bet the house on it.
I'll bet the house.
Go. Like, this is my livelihood here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm either not going to pay the bill or I am going to pay the bill.
Follow him at Gallo Picks this week.
Damn. All right. Gallo Picks this week coming to you soon, guys. You heard it here first.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I don't do many things well, but I market.
Mm-hmm. You do. That's what you do,
Gallo
man.
Picks this week is it.
Is it? I mean, not to toot my own horn, man. 2 weeks
ago.
That boy
got it. Toot it. That boy got it.
2 weeks ago, man, I was at the Dolphins game. Dolphins Cardinals game.
Okay. Talk about it.
Having a couple drinks, tailgating prior to the game, doing a thing. Felt it in me.
Yeah, that's when you lock in the most.
I felt
after a
spirit.
tailgate.
You get that tunnel vision, man.
Oof. You know what? I'm locked in. Everybody is around me. They're like, hey, what's the pick for today? And I was like, you know what?
You have a crowd around you.
I was like, you know what? Raheem Mostert, first touchdown.
First touchdown, which is insane.
And what happened?
And Mostert, he rolled in. He fell on the floor. He fell on the floor. Anybody could have just touched him. Nobody touched him.
Nobody.
He just rolled right in.
Nobody. And legit, it was 5 of us at that game. I was like, boys, lock it in.
Send it in.
I'm going to send it in. Boom. First touchdown, Raheem Mostert. All them boys got paid, man.
All them boys got paid.
They all looked at me and they were like, "Yo,
that boy.
What do you want right now?"
Yeah, you're on something.
Yeah, but do you feel that once people expect you to do it, then maybe you don't got a little bit of magic?
No,
because right now you're playing with house money.
No, you're not playing with house money. No, you do this thing where you try to downplay things. No,
I'm not.
He is a magician, and let the magic happen. Let the magic happen. It's not. It doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter when. If Gallo says this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen, my brother.
Yeah, but you're also the type of person that would follow a cult. Let's keep it a bean. It's probably what you would do.
Because,
you're the type of guy who
why? Because Alex Jones says the truth? Now I'm the bad guy?
You're the type of guy who drinks the Kool-Aid in Jim Jones and Granada.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Talk about it. I would be in Waco. You know what I'm saying? I'd be out there too.
You know, Timothy McVeigh was actually
You know
a good
what?
guy.
He had some points.
He did make a little bit of sense. Topic number 5.
Topic number 5. Okay. All right. So, topic number 5. Where do we go from here? We've done everything.
He's hype. He's hype.
I'm
Gallo's
hype.
moving.
I'm moving. I'm shaking. We
Put
could
the
talk.
camera to you.
I know,
The strong
the
16
camera's
wants
on
to
me.
see
The camera's
you,
on
man.
me. So we could talk about.
Talk about it.
Go on.
Scientists have fully digitized scent with AI to give computers a sense of smell. I don't know if I want to do that. Or
That's rough.
Or he's giving us
or,
the option.
Listen, or
He's giving us
do
the
we
option.
want to pay respects to if I tell you the name Elwood Edwards, you have no idea who that is.
No idea who that is.
But if I tell you you've got mail,
Oh, he does the voice?
ooh, the voice of
He does
you've
the
got
voice.
mail passed away.
Yeah.
Man.
First, before
triste.
we say that, because it's the last topic, also we could talk about some local stuff.
Local stuff.
R.I.P. Radio legend Jammin' Johnny.
Oh, man.
We
Jammin'
recently
John.
just
Jammin'
lost.
Johnny, man.
Such a great guy. Such a great guy.
I never met him.
I met him. We spoke. He had a battle with cancer, and he had
What kind of cancer
it was.
did he have?
I don't know because I don't ask. You know,
Yeah,
but
Jammin' Johnny,
he was
man.
battling for 3 years. I heard he was battling with cancer. I didn't ask what it was, but I sent him my respects. And you know, he had a good spirit about it. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna take it a day at a time, everything." And then obviously with cancer, it's sometimes you lose the battle.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So R.I.P. Jammin' Johnny, radio legend, Miami legend, 305.
Shout out, shout out.
Absolutely.
Shout out, Jammin'
shout out,
Johnny.
shout out,
Jammin'
shout out.
Johnny was a good
Sir.
dude. Legend
And
of
he was
my
such
time.
a kind person. He was a kind person because sometimes people that are like have a little clout, they kind of act like dicks. But he was a very
was
nice
young,
guy.
bro.
He
How
was
young
super
was he?
young. He was super young. Yeah,
How old is he? Maybe 45?
maybe 48,
He
maybe.
was in his 50s.
Yeah, but like early 50s.
I think it was like
depending.
52.
And he did so much, man. He did so much. A lot of. He did a lot for a lot of DJs. He did a lot.
Shout
for
out
a lot of
Jammin'
people.
Johnny. Shout out Jammin' Johnny.
R.I.P. my brother.
Yeah.
Hey, the AOL guy, he passed away as well.
He passed away. But you know what? I want to ask you guys about your Mount Rushmore of comedic scenes.
Oh, God.
That's what I wanna
That's
ask
such
you.
a crazy pivot.
That is the guy.
That's a
I know.
crazy pivot.
I'm
That's a
keeping you
crazy
on your
pivot.
toes
All
today,
right, let's
boys.
Keep it. All right.
Keep it on your toes.
Go ahead.
Jammin' Johnny,
So I got.
top comedic scenes.
Top
Let's
comedic
go.
scenes.
Jesus Christ.
If I had to choose my top comedic scenes that I quote constantly, I'd go with the funniest I probably have ever laughed in my life is it's a battle. It's 1A, 1B.
Well, it's
Right.
4, so you
Yeah.
pick 4.
No.
And Mount Rushmore,
Because
there's 4
I have
faces.
I have other
That's
three.
what it is.
I have other three.
That's what
Correct.
Mount Rushmore means.
Yeah, no,
Your
no.
top
So
four.
you don't have to just
For
pick
me,
one.
no, but these two are the funniest I've ever laughed in a
So
movie.
you want to rank them in order? Is
Yeah.
What you're doing. Okay.
Okay, Mount Rushmore,
Just
but
Mount
1A, 1B.
Rushmore. Go.
Number one is Evan and Seth pulling up, or Seth pulling up to Evan's house to pick him up in the morning in Superbad. The opening
Very
scene.
first scene in
That's-
Superbad.
That to me is, I've never laughed so hard in an opening scene.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
That's
I
very
saw
true.
that scene and I was like,
I've never experienced
I'm in.
that.
instantly I was like, oh, this
locked
is
in.
gonna
This is
be.
gonna be-
I've never
Incredible, gosh.
experienced something like that. I was just like, oh my God, like I am bawling laughing. You know when you're like ugly laughing and you're
Yeah.
like, oh my God, like I'm in a movie theater. Like this shouldn't be this funny.
Yeah.
1B would be when they do the home ec scene. The home ec scene.
Oh my
Evan
God,
is
dude.
in there cooking.
Yes.
And he's like, that to me is one of the funniest things. Like, and then they're like, he's like tying, his apron. You know what I mean? He has the meow.
The meow is.
That,
come
that
on,
to me
man.
is something else to
Good
me.
shit, Maroki.
Yeah. that to me is one of the funniest scenes of all time. Number two in my Mount Rushmore is Steve Carell talking about women while playing poker in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh, come on, man.
Legendary.
That's a
Come on.
crazy scene to me.
Come on.
If you break it down in writing, that to me is one of the funniest scenes. It's comedic genius. It's comedic genius.
Yeah.
Another comedy scene. Christopher Moltisanti coming out, having an intervention
Come on.
in The Sopranos.
Come on, talk to me.
In The Sopranos.
Holly Walnuts absolutely stole the show.
Stole the show.
Come on, he's the star of the show.
Yeah.
He's the star of the
Let's be serious.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet. You're weak. That is
Come on.
probably one of the
Yeah.
craziest scenes. And then, to like, again, I'm a big Dumb and Dumber fan. I think that when he gets finally and he sees her, he opens the door. And they have that dialogue with the chick he's been looking for. What's her name? Something Samsonite or whatever.
Mary.
Yeah, Mary Swanson.
Mary Swanson.
Swami.
Samsonite.
Yeah.
I was way off.
Yeah. And they do the 1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance.
Come on.
That to me is these are things that are funny to me.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're the funniest of all time,
Yeah.
but to me that's probably the 4 comedic scenes of all time. That's probably up.
To me is super bad. These eyes.
Oh yeah.
Cry every night for you.
Wow,
Your hurting's
wow.
on me.
Wow.
Just the entire thing. My brother came
brother.
all the way from Scottsdale, Arizona, and you're not gonna sing. You're gonna sing. You're gonna sing good. Their hurting's on me, and
His body language is that
so
of a
good.
nerd. He plays it
Nervous.
so
He's
well.
nervous.
He's like, "Ah."
and
when
the guy's
he's
doing
wearing-
coke, and he's like, and they're hurting. and the dude on coke, he starts crying, and you broke it. And you broke
the guy with the
it.
fedora.
and,
my
and
God,
how they
dude.
break the scene. Fight! Dude, I've been literally waking up every day praying for a fight.
That's iconic.
That's
That's iconic.
The Wedding Crashers dinner scene.
Oh my goodness.
What do you mean by that?
Great.
The Wedding Crashers dinner scene when he's getting jerked off under the table. But just that was one of it. That was part of it. You're a homo. What is our situation, Dad?
I'll be in my room. Christopher Walken in that scene is
Come on, man.
In that entire movie, he's
whole
low
movie.
key just
iconically funny,
Iconic.
brother. Bro, Vince Vaughn, the performance of a lifetime, brother.
Lifetime.
Like Owen Wilson murders
Yeah.
that movie
Yeah,
without even trying. Bradley Cooper.
Come on. That
was his coming out party,
That's
bro.
his coming out party.
that was
for
his
sure.
coming
For
out
sure.
party, dog.
What is
sure,
it
for
that
sure.
we always do, like a sack sandwich? Yum, 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 yum. Brother, I still say that to this day.
Nature versus nurture. Nature, but that was
Nature
such
always wins.
Nature
You know,
always
the thing
wins.
about these movies, there's so many scenes.
There's so many.
That's why when we were talking about it earlier, I was like, forget the movie. Let's talk about actual scenes.
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. Meet the Fockers is also. Meet the Parents.
Oh
Meet
my
Before Me.
God,
Meet
dog.
the Parents.
Actually,
is classic.
You know
think-
what?
I think that's my number one.
No, it's not my number one,
That's
but
my
it's on
number
my Mount Rushmore is also the dinner scene. I have nipples, Greg.
Can you milk
Can
me?
you milk me?
Come
Bro.
on, dude. Like that's
I absolutely lost my entire mind.
Dude, these movies, I haven't laughed like that. Belly laughed. Like where you're like, like uncontrollable, dog. Like, hey, dog, hey, chill, dog. We're in the movie theaters where like people are belly laughing because it's so incredibly funny. In probably like I would say 10, 15 years, I haven't seen a comedy like that.
All right, I'll give you one that we didn't talk about this earlier, but I'll give you one. How about, because I laughed leaving the movie theater. I laughed going to take a piss after. I was still like rolled over laughing.
I can't believe we didn't even mention Anchorman.
Hangover.
Oh,
When they finally see the pictures that we missed of what actually happened.
Yes, dude. That's
We're gonna see them.
That's iconic.
one time.
And we didn't expect it. What was
And the credits were rolling.
No,
The credits
bro.
were rolling. Remember?
I get
You
goosebumps.
spin me
Right,
right,
bro. The song, the delivery. We didn't expect it. We already
Excellent.
like
So-
even watching that movie. It would have been enough.
Yeah.
But the fact that they gave us the footage,
Mike
dog,
Tyson
Mike
in the party.
Tyson, the guy pulling his teeth. No,
So
dog.
That's all organic. The director of Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips
yeah,
of the
incredible.
movie said, "Hey, do your thing. We're gonna be wherever we're at. We're at the casino. We're at the hotel room. Whatever. Just do your thing. I'm just gonna take
Wow, I
random
didn't
pictures.
know that.
That was not
I didn't know
planned
that either.
at all.
Oh my!
None of that
makes
is
it even
planned.
Mike Tyson
funnier.
with a white girl.
Come on.
No.
Come on, man.
AK dog. Ed Helms with no teeth.
Come on, dude.
bro.
That's
Getting married.
Yeah, dude.
man.
Yeah.
I remember, dog. I laughed so I couldn't. I was already like, because the thing is, Hangover itself was so
Every other
funny,
icon.
dog.
Yeah.
I hate when people say like Hangover 2 was funnier than
No.
Hangover 1.
Hell
Hangover
no.
1, and not to take away, they
Hangover
were
2
funny.
was
they were
funny,
funny.
bro.
It was
Hangover 3
okay.
was all right too.
No,
okay.
Hangover 2 was really fun.
Well, Hangover 2 was really fun.
Yeah.
Hangover 3 was probably the one where it was like,
Yeah,
but we already knew kind of what to expect. It was
Yeah.
still funny.
I
I'm
guess
not going to
that's
take
why.
away
Yeah.
from it.
Yeah.
But Hangover
Because if
1,
Hangover
dog,
2 came out by itself and we
Yeah.
didn't know
Before
what
that, prior
it would
to
have been
that.
iconic.
Hilarious,
It would have
yeah.
been iconic.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they didn't. Hangover 1 is just insane,
dog,
dog.
it was insane. And there's so many scenes
When
from
Zach
that movie.
Galifianakis gets tasered by the
Bro.
little boy, like, do it.
And the little
Shoot
boy
him.
just
Yeah.
like looking at him.
when Ken Jong comes out of the trunk.
Oh
Come
my
on, dog.
with the little dick, with the
Come
little dick.
on, bro. Come on, man.
He came out butt ass naked with a small cock. No, that was
Bro,
so funny, man.
Let
That's
me tell you, we grew up, thankfully, for maybe ages from 17 to 27, 28, with some, like the last of a dying generation of comedy movies that changed the landscape of what it was to be funny. I mean, and not to say that there isn't iconic scenes out there that are like, look, one of my favorite comedy movies of all time is Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence.
Blue Streak was funny.
Banger.
That's an
But you look
absolute.
at there's so many good movies.
Put your hands on the oodles and noodles.
Yeah.
Which one? The chicken or beef?
Chicken and
Rush
beef.
Hour, White Chicks.
Rush Hour.
If you want to take it further back, Lethal Weapon.
White
was,
Chicks,
was a funny.
would be canceled right now. 1,000% it would be canceled.
Yeah.
You mean to
1,000.
tell me? Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a girl.
Yeah.
You're not white. The deception.
The deception.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is hilarious.
Legend.
Even though he's sold out. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah,
It was such a good run of movies.
Yeah,
I mean, when
man.
you think about Knocked Up is a movie we haven't even talked about.
Yeah.
Knocked Up is legendary.
40-Year-Old Virgin,
Legendary.
Anchorman, like you said, we haven't even
Anchorman
talked, which
is
was
a crime.
the foundation for all those movies
Yeah.
that
Come
came
on,
out
man.
after the
Yeah.
fact,
Yeah.
right?
When they fought the other.
Judd Apatow had a run.
Yeah,
Judd Apatow
for
had a
sure,
run.
for sure.
40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
iconic run, really. One of the
Iconic run, dude.
ages, one of the ages.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen. We didn't even talk about Pineapple Express,
Pineapple Express,
and we quote it on a
bruh.
daily basis. And I was an avid Pineapple Express hater.
What?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Me as
What?
well. When it first came out, I was like, why do
dog.
people
Yeah.
find this funny?
That shit was hilarious day one,
Nah,
bro.
not
Day
for me.
one.
Not for me.
It's my
took
cat's
me-
birthday.
It took me a couple times. man.
So who's the funny
opening-
guy now?
The opening scene when Seth
With
Rogen
Bill
shows
Hader?
up.
No,
yeah.
with Bill
Yeah.
Hader.
Oh, yeah.
Come
but,
on.
But I'm talking about the opening.
You know what I think about this little dog and pony act? Your dick, my mouth.
So good, man.
And then he's hot.
He starts doing
You
this.
gotta think about it. I was smoking so much during that time. So you
Yeah.
gotta think about in that first scene, he's so high, right? And then the Aquaman guy comes out,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yo, can you imagine? Like, come on, man, that's gold,
Half baked,
bro."
Again, there's so
Half
many.
baked was
Half
so
baked was
good.
like,
And Half Baked, the scene where they're like running away from the hospital and all the cops are there, and then it was Chappelle in the janitor's suit, and then the other guy in the mime costume, and then like they see the cops, and then like Chappelle in the street, he just starts sweeping the street,
Yeah.
and then the mime guy, he just starts.
starts miming.
Stop! That's hilarious.
I'm gonna give you an
dog.
obscure one. Super Troopers.
come
That has a
on,
cult
dude.
following.
Yeah.
Super Troopers
Yeah,
is
it does.
very
Beer
cult.
Fest.
But that's more cultish.
Beer
Fest.
Fest, man.
Now you're talking about cult
Bro,
classics.
the first time I met Jerry, the producer, I called him Landfill because because of that, man.
But there was, man, that was what a
Yeah.
time. Now, if you think about being 17 through 25, that it's no longer exists. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of movies now on Netflix that try to mimic that super bad vibe, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
kind
here
of
for it.
like,
Yeah,
nah,
because they
player,
were-
like this ain't it.
But the thing about comedy for the most part was comedy was never young. At least not for me. Growing up, the jokes were older for an older crowd.
Yeah, they were.
And then Superbad was the first, really 40-Year-Old Virgin, but Superbad specifically was the first time that it was said in a voice that sounded like my voice.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, we're going to talk about jokes that are funny, that we find funny because we're kids.
Yep.
And we're talking about,
And I mean,
like...
it was high school.
Like,
were in high
yeah,
school.
we would say
So-
things like, oh, like, at least you get to suck on your mom's tits.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like,
I would say that
or
to
like,
my boy.
Or flipping your boner into your waistband.
Come on, man.
It feels good. And you know what I mean? Like,
And that's credit to Seth and Evan
Evan, yeah,
Goldberg,
exactly.
who wrote the movie, because they wrote it during high school, when they were in
during
high
their
school.
time,
So
yeah.
they wrote it.
So by the
basically-
time it came out, they were like, we can't do this anymore. And we got to give it to these kids.
Yeah,
Jonah
and
Hill
then-
delivered
and-
Make Love in.
yeah,
on,
and,
man.
and
Come
they
on,
had, and
dude.
they had to make, because they were older already. They had to make at the time. Imagine we were like, how long ago did Superbad come out?
We were like 19.
It was
Okay,
2008. I
Yeah,
think it
so
was
they
2007.
they
2007?
if you hear the way the creative process worked, they were like, yo, we have to make characters that are still as old as us, which
Yeah.
would bring
And,
people.
I
And
did
that's
hear
when they
about
brought
that, yeah.
Seth
Yeah,
and Bill
which
Hader,
was-
the cops.
Put it,
Which stole
pussies
the
on the
show.
pavement, fellas.
Bill Hader is that
No,
is-
Bill Hader is.
I mean, that's
Hold his hand like he's a
iconic.
little
yeah.
sister.
Yeah, we're not even
Sister,
talking
little
like,
mister.
yeah, we're not even talking about like forgetting Sarah Marshall. We're not even
Forgetting
talking
Sarah
about like
Marshall,
you know what I mean,
dog.
like iconic Bill Hader movies, which him and Paul Rudd, I feel like don't
Paul
get
Rudd.
the cred
Oh my God,
that
Paul
they
Rudd is
deserve.
incredible.
Honestly,
Knocked up, This Is 40.
Yeah, bro.
I love you, man.
I love you,
Come
man.
on. I love you, man.
I forgot about I love you.
Slapping the best.
Slapping the
best.
Come on,
man.
man.
Yeah. But I want to.
But
But no, anyway, this
Topic
week
number
we're-
6.
No,
No.
no. We're gonna wrap this up with, if you guys are betting people, we are gonna give you our Monday Night Football. This comes out, our podcast comes out Monday during the day. Our Monday Night Football. Send it in. We are not sponsored by any major betting book, but if you want to sponsor us, let us know. We are gonna give you our send it in.
And I just want to let
I'll start because I suck.
Sure, I want to let the Strong 16 know that if you listen to Mello's bet last week and my bet last week, that would have won you money. So, you know,
Even though that's coming from me that I'm terrible.
You know?
I got Dolphins money line. The Dolphins are going to go on a crazy 8-1 run in the last 9 games.
You think so?
We're going to go to the
Okay.
playoffs.
All right.
If there was a futures bet for that, you would bet 8-1.
Okay.
You heard it here first on the VVS podcast.
Okay.
The Dolphins will go 8-1, but that's besides the point. Money line Dolphins, Tyreek Hill anytime TD, Achan over 80 yards. I'm out of here.
Oof. I like that. I like
Okay.
that. All right,
Gallo?
with me, I'm going with a 4-leg parlay.
Ooh,
I am piggybacking the Tyreek anytime tutty.
ooh.
Then I'm going with Raheem Mostert anytime tutty. And then Kyron Williams with an anytime tutty.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
and then Achan over 50 yards rushing.
Oh, that's part of my bet too.
And that's my 4-leg parlay. That's a plus 1,500 if you want to get crazy with it, boys.
Send it in.
Send it in.
I'm just gonna go over 43.5 points total, and
Okay.
Dolphins to win on the upset. And lastly, this is the crazy part. I'm going Tua to score a touchdown.
Wow, that's crazy.
If you bet $5, you are gonna walk away with over $1,300
that's
with that bet.
crazy work.
Send it
Send it in.
in. We'll see you guys next week.
That's
Dale.
it for the VVS podcast, boys.